and gentlemen, KJ here, and I'm back with another episode of NBA 2K13. Now, in the last episode, the Bulls faced off against Miami in a round 2 matchup, game 2. It was one hell of a game, guys. It didn't take 4 quarters to finish it. No, it took a total of 4 quarters plus 2 overtimes to get a final score on that one. The Bulls were able to pull out the victory. This was an elimination game due to Miami winning the first one in Chicago. So we came back, won the second one in Miami by a score of 77-69 in double overtime. Both times Derrick Rose hitting some clutch free throws at the end of the game to push us into the overtime periods. And then the rest of the guys, especially Mayo in the second overtime, was able to just power us through and get us the win. And so now we come down to game 3, the final one in this best of 3 series. We are in Chicago. Hasn't really helped the home team much through this series, but we have a chance to finish it up. If not, this may be our last game of the season, guys. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that that won't happen. Win or go home, really. As you can see, some other teams are facing that right now. Washington and Charlotte, and Phoenix and LA Clippers. So, without any further ado, let us go ahead and get this game started. Should be a fun one. All the games have been very competitive to a certain point. Like, we've stayed within a couple points of each other, and then all of a sudden one team just goes on a run and just blows the other guy out of the water, and it pretty much ends it for them. The first game, in the third quarter, Miami took the lead and just never let go of it, and we just couldn't come back from that. And then last game, just a lot back and forth until finally we got to overtime and double overtime. Finally, we were able to gain the lead strong enough to keep it. So, other than that, it's been relatively competitive. The double overtime, though, does cause some players to be a little bit more tired. Their starters are actually, a little bit tired to sluggish, it says. Mine are mostly a little bit tired, but a lot of my guys were like swapping out and everything. For the overtime periods, I played a lot of Chris Anderson and Kirk Hinrich, because O.J. Mayo and Tayshaun Prince weren't shooting very well until the end when Mayo pretty much went on a tear. So hopefully I'm hoping that will give us the edge, that our guys will be a little bit more rested, but I don't know. Here are the starting lineups, same as they always are. Jeremy Lin, Andre Iguodala, Trevor Ariza, Carl Landry, and DeMarcus Cousins for the Heat. These guys have caused me nothing but problems, man. Nothing but problems. Especially that guy there, Jeremy Lin. I've stopped playing as Rose because I cannot defend him. He just blows by me every time, and it's very embarrassing to catch that on film. So I play as Mayo now. So here we go. Bulls Heat. Final game. And the Bulls get the tip off. Need to try and play a good game here as Rose steps back and gets the first shot of the game to go. As you saw with the stats there, Rose averaged 14.9 points per game during the regular season. So far in these playoffs, 18.8. He's been on a tear in the playoffs so far. Mayo was able to haul down the rebound there. Rose gives it to Prince. Takes the shot, open a little bit, and he's offline. He has been playing horrible this series, as Trevor Ariza gets the bucket for Miami to tie the game. Prince has actually only gotten 2 points in both the games we have played. He's averaging 2 points this series. That is horrible numbers for him. It's just horrible. Rose can't go anywhere with the ball. Gives it to Mayo, back to Rose, to Prince. Pekovic loud passing around. Oh, and Pekovic gets around the defender and finds space to throw down a huge dunk on them. It was just as I was going to say, a lot of passing around, which is great. Finally get a good shot as Landry has been the difference maker for them. He's been able to make almost any shot over Gibson through this series. Gibson just cannot defend against him. Mayo gives it to Prince. Prince gives it back to Mayo. Takes a three, I believe. Kind of bounces out. Prince gets the rebound. Gives it back to Rose and will reset with a fresh clock. Gives it to Pekovic. Found Gibson under the basket and he throws one down too now. Gibson's numbers are a little bit lower in the playoffs, as you can see there, but rebounding is still great for him. As you can see, I'm playing as Rose on Lynn, which is a very dangerous thing. Cousins backing in against Pekovic and he gets it to go. Right now our defense doesn't look too bad. Gibson has been a little bit slow on some things, but other than that, it really hasn't been too bad. Prince is just being covered so hard, you just can't get anywhere to go with him. Mayo has to force up a shot and he gets it to go. It's good to see him go in here. As his scoring percentage is down from the regular season in the playoffs. He had a bad game last game until double overtime when he finally started lighting it up for us. He grabs another board there. It was so bad, Heinrich was actually doing better than him, so I kept him in during overtime just so I could possibly get some extra points and everything if I needed, because Mayo was doing very little for us. Although the time on the bench probably helped him, rested him up and got him ready for overtime. Mayo with it. Gives it to Prince. They're giving him no room ever. Forces it up and it just rolls right off. 2 for 2 tonight for him. And Jeremy Lin drives in and gets the layup. Tibbs does not like that. He calls a timeout. First one of the game for both teams. I'm taking Prince out. He's just cold. He's completely and utterly cold. He's getting no buckets to fall in either of these games. I mean, literally, he had 2 points in game 1 and 2 points in game 2. I stopped playing him in game 2 because he wasn't doing anything. I put Birdman in. That's how bad he was. Birdman played instead of him. And that is bad. He's always been the number 2 guy after Rose during the regular season. He was always knocking down shots when we needed him. He even got better with the 3 ball as the season progressed. So to see him struggle in this series, I'm not liking it. Mayo gets it from Rose. Ryan Anderson to Mayo. Mayo shoots. Bounces off. Gibson gets it back. Gives it back to Mayo. He has nowhere to go. Rose. A lot of contact in my opinion there, but no foul called. Richardson gives it to Taylor. Taylor finding an open spot and gets it to fall. Miami takes their first lead of the game. Bulls still seem to be struggling on offense here. Pekovic backing him down. Turns, puts up the baby hook, and gets it to go. That's Pekovic's second bucket of the game here. And it's 10-all with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Richardson shooting over Anderson, and Mayo pulls down another board. Oh, O.J. Mayo able to haul down the big boards. Rose goes flying in, and he doesn't even get fouled there. How is that not called a foul? I don't know how they don't call that one a foul, but Rose just got hammered at the rim. Bogut flies in and gets the layup. And the crowd is not liking this as their star point guard just got destroyed. Hangs in the air though, and Rose gets the last second shot of the quarter to fall. So we have come to the end of the first. The score is tied up as it should be in this Game 3 matchup. Bulls and Miami, 12 apiece. So as we start the second quarter, probably the bench is coming in for us, as they always usually do. Prince is going to be out there with them because Ryan Anderson just was out there for him. I'm really hoping that maybe he can do something with the bench team then. Maybe give him a little bit of the veteran look or something. I don't know. I'm clutching at straws with him right now, man. Miss, and they get the offensive board though, kicking out Douglas Roberts, and finally Tayshaun Prince pulls down the board. So at least he's getting rebounds for us. Not doing anything else, but you know, he's gained the rebounds. And a reaching call there on Prince as Douglas Roberts got it. That was a little bit of a tongue twister for me for some reason. CDR. Birdman inbounds it to Heinrich. He's up against Lynn. Anderson flies in, oh, and he misses, but Birdman gets the rebound and slams it back down. Great job on the offensive board by Birdman, following through with the miss and throwing it back down with authority. And a miss there. Higgins pulls down a rebound. Heinrich looking for somewhere to go. It looked like Prince got taken out again. That sounds about right. Ryan Anderson. Oh my God. Did you see that? He was way outside the arc. Chucked it up at the last second off his back foot. Even did like a little kick out with that, and he still sunk the three. I mean, I know he's a three-point specialist, but oh my God, what was that? That was beautiful. There is no other words for that other than beautiful. That was beautiful too, as Heinrich found a streaking Birdman who puts up the hook shot there. That's not something you see Birdman doing very often, but he gets it to go. And so the Bulls are up right now by 5. Heat don't like it, and they take a timeout. This group in there right now, they've got something going. Ryan Anderson with 3 and Chris Anderson with 4. So the two Andersons off the bench, helping to get us a little bit of a buffer here. We've also been doing a good job on defense, not letting them get some good shots, always having a defender there in their face, and then getting the rebounds, not letting them get too many. That's the key to the games, man. You can't let them get the offensive boards, and you just gotta get the offensive boards. And get some good shots so we don't have to get offensive boards too. So they're inbounding. Lin has it. Gives it to Landry. To Ariza. He gets his own rebound though off the miss and puts it back up and in. Not much you could do there. I believe Higgins was on him, which is a much smaller guy, so Higgins, they're not really playing on him, not a three-point expert. Heinrich takes the shot. Long ball is good, and that is a 3, too. That is awesome. Good job by Heinrich as he gets going here with a 3. Lin was not in a good position to try and defend that shot. And Heinrich gets the rebound off a bad shot by the Heat. Heinrich looking for somewhere to go in the lane. Can't find anywhere. Gives it to Higgins. And passes out to Ryan Anderson, but Ariza reaches in. So the Bulls will get it out of bounds, but first we're taking a timeout here, looks like. Tibbs obviously wants to talk it over a little bit here. Take a look at the stats again. Heinrich, 3 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. Higgins has 1 rebound, 3 points for Ryan Anderson, and 4 points and 1 rebound for Chris Anderson. Pendergraph has no stats as of yet. I don't think any substitutions will be made here. We have about a minute 50 left in the second quarter. Heinrich gets it, takes the shot, and gets it to go. Got it inbound, and then they kind of just didn't cover him when he was with the ball, so he just had an open shot and took it. Easy call there to make, man. When you have the shot, you take it. Talking about shot, Heat get inside the paint and get a nice bucket there. Pretty contested. I'm fine with that shot. They had to fight for it, looks like, so. Higgins nearly lost it. Anderson gives it back to Heinrich. Ryan Anderson takes the shot, misses. That was a good shot though, because he had the smaller Lin on him. I'm fine with him taking that shot all the time. But I believe that might have been Ariza that got that bucket there and pulls Miami within 4 now. Bergman loses the ball. Heinrich able to come up with it. Drives in but misses on the shot. Heinrich a little shooken up, it looks like. Hope he's okay. He has the ball right now, so it looks like he's okay. It's a 2-point game as Miami got that one to fall. And Higgins lost the ball to Lin. That is not something we need. And a dunk on the other side. Miami ties it up. Minute left in the quarter. Bulls are playing sloppy right now. That timeout by Tibbs was not a good timeout because it did not help us. Ryan Anderson gets blocked big time there. And Miami goes on a run, gets the bucket. They're up by 2. Tibbs takes another timeout now. I don't know if this one will be any more beneficial than the last one, though. With a couple seconds left in the first half, bench is now gone cold on us. 38 seconds left, that is. Bench completely cold now. Kind of like Prince. And Miami's up by 2. We need something out of this possession here. Anything, guys. I really don't care. You guys just need a bucket. Badly. Heinrich Spinning around, Lin puts it up and gets it to go. Experienced Heinrich got Lin a little bit too outstretched there. Got to spin back around in front to go for him. Ariza now looking for something, bounces around, but they get the rebound. That we didn't need that. We really didn't need that. Lin now got a screen into Bogut, and he gets the bucket. 6.7 seconds left. Miami up by 2. And Heinrich open lane to the basket. Lin did a horrible job defending there, and there was no one on the backside to help. Got an easy layup to tie the game back up as we go into halftime. Same as it was at the end of the first. Tied up 28-28 for both teams. As we take a look, Heinrich find that spark once again like last game. 9 points off the bench. He's been doing a great job for them. Getting 2 big-time buckets as time was running out there. That's what we need from him. We need really everyone to be producing, but, you know, first things first. And now the second half will start with the starters. The starters I don't think have been doing too bad, except for Prince, who just is not doing anything for us. Gibson is getting outplayed on the defensive side, which is a very odd thing to say, but Landry has just had his number the entire series. I mean, Gibson can't defend him with anything this whole series. So Miami gets the ball to start the second half here. Starters for both teams are in. Lin with it. Looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Gives it to Cousins. Gibson on him. Cousins gives it to Iguodala. And Cousins gets the rebound. Gets another rebound. Landry gets the bucket. That's horrible defense. None of the big men were down there. I was down there, but I'm kind of Rose. And no offense, but Rose is not going to haul down the rebounds when it's up against Cousins and Landry and all the bigger guys, you know. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. And a reaching call there on Cousins. So Bulls will get 14 seconds back up onto the shot clock as nothing was going for us there. Rose gets it. Fights up a tough shot inside the paint. He got in there, but bodies just started collapsing in around him. He was able to fight through it and find an opening to get the ball to the hoop. Oh, and Gibson, great job by Gibson knocking the ball away. Don't see Gibson getting many steals, but man, that was a beautiful one. Pekovic had to kind of twist around the basket there and couldn't get it to fall. Lin misses the shot and Pekovic hauls down the rebound. Gives it to Rose, who brings it up court. Game tied right now at 30-all. Pekovic into Gibson. Backing down. Puts up the hook on a turnaround and gets it to go. I believe that's Gibson's second bucket of the game. Well, we'll be able to see now as the Heat take a timeout as the Bulls go up by 2. So Rose with 6 points and 1 rebound. Mayo has 2 points and 3 rebounds. No points but 2 rebounds for Tayshaun Prince. Gibson with 4 points and 1 board. And Pekovic 4, 1, and 1. That's been something that's been a problem this series too. We haven't gotten a lot of assists. I've kind of stopped the last game or two, because the first game we tried to pass it around a lot, and every time we passed the ball, they were always in the lane there, waiting for us pretty much, and just took it away every time almost. So I just kind of stopped passing the ball around because they were just getting in the passing lane so easily and just taking it away and getting fast break opportunities, so we kind of had to stop that if we wanted any chance of winning at least. So Heat looking to inbound it. Iguodala with it, gives it to Lin. Lin looking for somewhere to go. Heat are very spaced out and very sporadic. A missed shot there as Pekovic gets the rebound. I believe Prince fell down back there. He gets back though. Prince now has it. I'm just so scared to shoot with him. Gets in close and gets a bucket. Well, he's made his quota for the day, I guess, now. That's his first points. So he has a total of 6 points in 3 games. 6 points this entire series. It's just so bad. So bad. Man, it's just so sad. It's bad and sad, man. Bulls take a timeout after that. Not much to look at though. Except Prince. Prince has 2 points now. Bulls up 34-32. 3:10 left in the third quarter. It's been a close game. Neither team really getting much of an edge. I believe the biggest lead was by 6. Bulls have led for most of the game though, so that could be an advantage we have. Prince fights inside, gets it up and gets another bucket. Oh my god. He has 4 points now. That's more points than he got in game 1 and 2 combined. As we kind of get into passing lane there, but they're able to get it back and put it up and in. Every time we get a bucket, they get one on the other side, so really not much changes. Mayo from outside, not gonna go. Our free throw shooting these playoffs has actually not been very good. We were a real good 3-ball shooting team during the regular season, but during the playoffs here, we have just not been shooting from behind the arc very well. Miami, as you saw, attempted an alley-oop, missed it, and then were called for an over-the-back call. So Pekovic inbounds it to Rose, who'll take it up. Looking to turn the corner on Lin. Can't go anywhere. Tries to pass it to Pekovic, but they're calling it out of bounds on the Bulls. I'm pretty sure that the Heat got a hand on that. I'm pretty sure I saw Lin or someone stick a hand in there, but they're calling it their ball. So there's really not much I can do about that. Landry with it. He's on Gibson. Gibson does horrible with him. Rose able to pull down the missed shot though. See, outfought Lin for it. Mayo. Lin's on him. Mayo blows by Lin but gets tipped in the air. I believe that was Landry. And they dunk it down at the other end. Rose bringing it up court now. Tied game. About a minute left. Rose flies in, almost blows by the basket and puts it up in the last second there. Gonna have to put on the brakes a little bit. Almost wiped out completely. Lin throws it away, I believe. Yes, he does. trying to hit one of his Heat players that was, as he was streaking by too fast, but he couldn't connect. And so the Bulls will get it out of bounds. Bulls make some substitutions. Bench comes in, or at least part of the bench comes in. Earl Clark with it. Heinrich with the three. Cans it. Great passing by the Bulls there as they kicked it out to three guys on the outside. Didn't know which one was going to do it, as any of them could have taken the three. Heinrich finally took it at the end, and he gets it to go. He now has 12 points in this game for us. Iguodala making the shot. Ryan Anderson pulls down the rebound. Heinrich now brings it up court. Blows by the defense and puts up the layup. That was just so easy right there. As Heinrich gets the layup to go, Lin forces it up. The last second hits the rim, but it won't go in. And so we come to the end of the third quarter. Bulls have a 7-point lead right now. This is the biggest lead either team has had in this game. And luckily it is by the good guys, us. As we start the fourth quarter, some of the bench should probably still be in there. We'll have to see if we can try and hold on to this lead that we have built up here. The bench has been pulling us through, mainly by Captain Kirk. These last two games here, Kirk has really just shined. I mean, he came in and pretty much performed perfectly last game, especially when Mayo wasn't performing very well for us. Just stayed with us in the end of the fourth and then overtime periods until Mayo got his shot going again. And there you can see Kirk's stats. They are guarding me hard going in right now. Rose fights up in there, misses. Pekovic gets the rebound as the Bulls will reset a little bit here. Miami with some strong cover now, as Mayo misses the second chance opportunity there. Lin driving in, but the ball gets kicked by Rose, I believe. So the Heat will retain possession. Looks like Prince came in off of that dead ball, and Lin hits the floater. So they cut the lead down a little bit to 5 now. Rose open, takes the shot. I don't know what happened there. Lin kind of just stopped following him for a little bit. Rose step backs and takes an easy jumper. Lin nearly loses the ball there as Rose going after him. Iguodala passes it to Bogut, I believe that was, and he gets it to go. So once again, whenever we make a bucket, they seem to make it on the other side. Rose looking for a hole. Gives it to Mayo, open. Rims off, though. That was a good shot, though. He was wide open, so I'm fine with him taking that kind of shot. And then a miss on the other side, but they get the offensive board. You can't let them do that, guys. Come on. Bulls let them get the offensive rebound, and they get the second chance bucket. Can't let them get those kind of shots, man. Mayo gets a screen from Gibson and throws it away then, trying to get to Gibson, but it's a bad type of bounce pass you're doing there, man. They've been intercepting those ones the whole series, and you're just going right back at it. Rose now out height. Lost a height advantage there, but Bogut was unable to get the turnaround shot to go. Rose finds Tayshaun Prince, who goes in and dunks it. He gets fouled by Landry, so he will go to the line to shoot an extra one, try and make it a 3-point play here. As Pekovic and Heinrich come in. Prince might actually be finding his way a little bit in this game, which is encouraging if we move on to the next round. If he can, actually contribute for us, that would be great. Rose gets hung up by a screen, but Lin passes all the way across court. And I believe that was Iguodala who was trying to pass it all the way across court, but it hit the backboard of the basket and flew back out of bounds. That was just bad play by Miami. As Bulls will reap the benefits from it. Gibson with it now. Looking to kind of go somewhere with it, but he loses the ball. That was bad. That was bad call, Gibson. Iguodala gets it to go. It was only a 2 though, I think, unless it was a 3. I don't know. It's a 4-point game though, with 2.5 minutes left. Heinrich with it. And he finds Prince under the basket and throws it down with a one-handed jam. Guess what? Tayshaun Prince is back, ladies and gentlemen. It took him till the second half of Game 3 in Round 2. But he is finally back in action for us, guys. Gotta be happy about that. Bulls take a timeout. Tibbs wants to talk it over with his guys a little bit here. So Prince has 9 points right now. However, he is tired. A lot of those guys are tired. We're gonna have to make some substitutions. We're gonna go a little bit small here. Have the 2 Andersons, and then Rose, Heinrich, and Mayo in there. Just because the other guys are a little bit tired right now. We really need this. Although Prince is starting to get hot, I hate to take him out, but he's tired, man. 2:08 left. 4-point game. We inbound the ball. Heinrich brings it up court. See if we can hold it together with this lineup of guys. Rose with it. He loses it. Lin. And he gets the layup to go. That was... I don't know how Rose lost the ball to Jeremy Lin. How do you do that, Rose? Spins around Lin and then gets blocked. Rose gets it back, though. Gives it to Ryan Anderson. Kaboom! 3-point shot by Ryan Anderson. That's how you respond, though. Rose misses the shot, gets it back as it falls pretty much in his lap, and then kick it out to your 3-point specialist to get it to go for you. Ryan Anderson now with 6 points in the game, 2 threes. So after the Heat timeout, it is a 5-point game with 1:36 left to go. Bulls looking to advance to the conference finals to face either Washington or Charlotte. Whoever wins. Landry takes the shot, misses, and Birdman pulls down the rebound. Rose bringing it up court. Kicks it out to Heinrich. He's open for 3. Misses. Tipping, though, won't go. So we bring it up court. Iguodala stops. Pops now. and gets the shot to go. 3-point game. 57 seconds left. Okay, guys, come on. Just gotta concentrate. Just gotta play our game. Get one more shot and this thing's over, pretty much. Rose gets a screen from Birdman. Trying to fight in. Wild shot there as Rose misses. They don't have to really force anything here. They can take whatever shot they want. Takes a 2, misses. Ryan Anderson, though, gets the rebound. It's a 3-point game. It's not over yet. We cannot dribble it out. But one shot will pretty much put a dagger in this team. Rhodes fights through the people there, splits the defenders, and gets the layup to go. Derrick Rose putting us up by 5 with just about 15 seconds, I believe, left. Miami takes a timeout. We'll make a couple substitutions here. We'll put Prince back in for Mayo. Hasn't been playing that good, but Prince has found his game, so we'll take a look. Rose, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Heinrich, 14 points, 1 rebound and 3 assists. 9 and 2 for Tayshaun Prince. 6-1-1 for Ryan Anderson, and 4-4-1 for Pekovic. Those are the guys I have out there right now. 16 seconds left, 5-point game. Miami has to get a quick shot here, whether it's a 2 or a 3, doesn't really matter, then they gotta start fouling us. Iguodala gets it, wasting too much time. Way too much time. Can't get a good shot. Ariza fights in. Finally, Landry gets in and gets the dunk. They took way too much time there. As Rose gets the ball and gets fouled by Lynn. That's his first, second team foul. So all they need is one more foul. We'll be shooting free throws. Oh no! Rose stepped out of bounds over there. How? I was evading Lynn, but I did not step out of bounds. 3 ball by Lynn, though, is no good. So what could have been disaster at the end there, by stepping out of bounds, is avoided as Jeremy Lin misses the 3. Would have put us to another overtime game, but that could have been bad. I should have just accepted the free throws. But it's okay, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Breathe a sigh of relief. We have gotten past the Miami Heat. The player of the game tonight, Captain Kirk Heinrich. He came off the bench, and not only this game but last game too, provided the spark that we needed. Got 14 for us this game. Inside, outside, didn't matter what kind of shot he was taking. 14 points, 3 assists, and a rebound. Captain Kirk getting it done for us. So we are able to upseat the Heat. Let's take a look. Very happy to see Tayshaun Prince, 9 points. That's more than he's gotten in the last 2 games combined. 4 for 6. Great job by him. Ryan Anderson, 6 points on 2 3 balls. Gibson, Anderson, and Pekovic all with 4. Mayo with 2. So good job by our guys getting it done. And then on the other side, we limited all of their guys to under double digits. That's the first time we've done that this series, man. Cousins, Landry, Ariza, and Lynn all had 8 points, but that is it. I mean, all of the other games, someone was getting into like the 20s at least, I think, or 15s, whatever. But to keep them all only at 8 points is that's a big reason why we won. We didn't give them good shots. We didn't let them make the baskets. Look at that, 4 for 7, 4 for 9, 4 for 9, 4 for 6. then goes down from there. As we take a look at the stats, Bulls shot 55%. Heat shot actually 54%, so they were pretty comparable to us. With the 3-ball, they were 0 for 1. That was the last one Lynn took. We were 4 for 11, 36%. As I said, we're not shooting the 3 very good this postseason here. We were in the 50s, I believe, during the regular season. Now we're in the low 30s. So, bench points, big difference again for us. 24. The first game, I think we only had single-digit bench points. And then this game and last game, we both had in the 20s. And that's why I said, if our bench can get 20 points for us at least, we're good. Because that's the kind of bench we have. We're just that good off the bench, and when they do that, we've got the game pretty much locked up. They were out-assisted by 10. They had one more offensive rebound, and the defensive rebounds were even. We turned the ball over 6 times, though. Bad passing once again, although they have been in the passing lanes this entire series. So there really wasn't much I could do to prevent that from happening. So in the end, the Bulls able to pull out the 3-point victory. Got a little scared there at the end when Rose stepped out of bounds and Lynn attempted to tie it up and send it to overtime. But the Bulls moving on to the conference finals. Alright, we did it, guys. Now let's have to see who we will be facing. It will be the number 1 seed Bulls versus the number 3 seed Charlotte Bobcats, as they are able to beat the Wizards last game at home. Wow, 1 point only. 51-50. That's huge. LeBron James, 12 points for his team. It's pretty much looking even for the top people right now. And then on the other side, the number 1 seed Phoenix Suns are able to advance. They beat the LA Clippers in their game 3. Once again by 1 point by them, 60-59. We actually got by with a bigger lead for once. We're usually doing it by 1 or 2 points, but so both the number 1 seeds are still in it. It could be a number 1 versus number 1 finals. We have to get by LeBron James and the Bobcats. That is the conference finals in the East. That will be this coming up Thursday, game 1. I hope you guys get ready for it. I'm excited. Hopefully we won't fall behind like we did this time. First game. Hopefully we can come out ready to go, fired up, as we are able to beat our rivals, the Heat. So guys, that is all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, as well as any comments you may have down below. Otherwise, I'm KJ, and I'll see you next time for the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1. Goodbye, everyone.